So my career's always been at the intersection of social impact and business. And I discovered my passion for it when I was in university. And I led a student homeless outreach in university for 3 years. And then later on, when I was applying for jobs, I reflected on what I really enjoyed about what I'd done so far. And I realized that what I enjoyed most about that whole experience was both being able to have a direct impact on people and also being able to kind of be part of the strategic thinking of how do we best use our resources to impact these people? How do I organize this best? And so I started looking for something that would help me to combine those two things. And I joined a social investment consultancy in London called Social Finance. And through that, I got the opportunity to work on a wide variety of issues, from children leaving foster care to addiction to development issues such as unemployment in the West Bank and maternal and child health in Cameroon. And I think it was really my exposure to development projects there that made me realize that I wanted to work with the poorest and most vulnerable people in the world. And so when I moved to Japan, I came across Gojo. And it just seemed like the perfect opportunity to combine my interest in social impact and strategy with my desire to work with some of the poorest people in the world. So Gojo's mission is to extend financial inclusion to everyone. And now, having said that, I wanted to work with some of the poorest people in the world, I have to acknowledge that at the moment, most microfinance clients across the world, not just at Gojo, are not what we could maybe objectively define as extremely poor. They're probably a bit above that. We could call them middle poor, maybe, or in some cases, probably even middle class. So with that in mind, and considering Gojo's mission, what I think is the impact that we're trying to make at Gojo is to reach as many of the poorest and most excluded people in the world as possible. Something that we are still working out how to achieve. And to enable all our clients, regardless of economic status, to be able to achieve the goals they have in life that involve money. I think the impact team does this primarily through kind of two ways. The first thing that we do is by following the standards of social and environmental performance management, we try and make sure that we're serving our existing clients as best as we can, and that we're providing them as many options as we can in order to achieve their goals. So we try to ensure that our companies are treating clients fairly and respectfully, that they are designing products that meet clients' needs and help them to achieve their goals. And we do research on clients in the form of surveys or qualitative interviews to try and understand, to try and help our group companies to better understand clients' needs and the goals that they're trying to achieve, and to get our products and services closer to what clients would like to do. And in terms of, trying to expand our reach to get to poorer and more vulnerable and more excluded people, We are doing quite a lot of research on this segment. We've done research in the form of financial diary projects in Sri Lanka and currently in Bangladesh. And we've also done kind of in-depth qualitative interviews with some very poor people in villages in India. And this work is helping us to better understand how these people think about money and how they want to manage money and how they're currently managing money. And we're actively working with group companies and also the operations team in Gojo to look for opportunities to serve this segment in a financially sustainable way.